Christian Business Connection. Connecting your business or ministry to the world.
Good morning and welcome to the CBC Radio Show, the Christian Business Connection. To God be the glory. Friends, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice, 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 and be glad in it. To God be the glory for all he has done. I want to say first, thank you so much, St. Louis, to the kindness and just God bless you and the condolences and expressions of love that you've given to me and my family during our period of mourning. Thank you so much for all of your love and support. I just thank you, thank you, thank you. The Bible says that the effectual fervent prayers of the righteous availeth much. And I thank you for your fervent prayers. Hallelujah. Well, I want to tell you, it's good to be back. I'm excited about our program this morning. As always, God does a phenomenal thing on the CBC Radio Show. And I tell you, our guests today are simply great. You know, this program is being brought to you today by the Urban League of Metropolitan St. Louis. Such a wonderful work that the Urban League is doing for the community. Such a wonderful work that they're doing all across this nation. We're blessed this morning because we're going to have on the program Mr. Jamie Dennis, who is the director of the Urban League Save Our Sons program. I tell you, friends, you're going to hear a powerful interview. We're going to talk about the Save Our Sons program and the wonderful work that's being done right here in the St. Louis area. Also, during that interview, we're going to talk with Mrs. Angelia Beals, who is the Vice President of Communications for Urban League. She's a great woman, and I tell you, the things and the insight and the vision that she has, you're going to hear about that on what's going on with the Urban League and the Save Our Sons program. We also have on the program this morning Chef Marka Nicole. Now, she's going to be talking about a fantastic event that is going to be at the Central West End Bed and Breakfast coming up on Valentine's weekend. Oh my goodness, friends, they're going to be doing some wonderful things at the Central West End Bed and Breakfast, as they always do. The proprietress over there is Henrietta Taylor, and her vision and her creativity truly can be seen on full display, as the Central West End Bed and Breakfast is a premier place for you to spend your entire weekend on Valentine's weekend. So we're going to be talking with Chef Marka Nicole and the great things that they're going to be doing on Valentine's weekend. We also have on the program this morning none other than the Bishop of Comedy, Reggie Reg. I tell you, I'm so excited about the Christian comedy nugget that he's going to be bringing to the program. Oh my goodness, friends. You know what? Christians need to laugh too. And we're going to laugh this morning as we listen to the Bishop of Comedy. So you got to stay tuned, not only for the interview, but also you got to hear our comedy nugget for this morning. And then we also have on the program this morning Reverend Alonzo Griffin and Chef Chuck Fox of Old Henry's Restaurant. Oh my goodness, some great things are always happening at Old Henry. And we want to just tell you about the things that are going on this week and next Sunday, Valentine's Day, at Old Henry Restaurant. I tell you, my friends, there's some wonderful things going on Valentine's weekend coming up next week for everybody, everywhere, in every part of town. So we're so excited to talk to you about those things this morning. Well, look, I'm going to take a short break right here. And when I come back, we're going to be talking with Mr. Jamie Dennis, the director of the Urban League Save Our Sons program, and Mrs. Angelia Beals, the vice president of communications for Urban League St. Louis. All right, so stay with me, friends. I'll be right back.
Hi, this is Reggie Brooks with JC Supper Club, located at 9053 Riverview Drive, right at the fork of Hall Street in Riverview. I'm inviting you to come out and have dinner or lunch with us at any time you want. Happy hour, Tuesday through Friday from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. We also have the availability for you to call in and place an order. So if you'd like, just give us a call at 314-755-1923. That's 314-755-1923. See you soon.
Welcome back to the CBC Radio Show. I'm your host, Evangelist Nona Thomas. And friends, I told you at the top of the program, I was so excited about what God is doing right here in the St. Louis metropolitan area. I tell you, we're so blessed this morning because we have on the program Mr. Jamie Dennis, who is the director of the Urban League Save Our Sons program. I can't wait till we get into this interview. You're truly going to be blessed. And we also have in the studio with us this morning, Mrs. Angelia Bills, who is the Vice President of Communications for the Urban League. So welcome, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, I didn't prep you on this question. So, Angelia, I'm going to put the question to you, okay? And you can chime in, all right? And that is this the day that the Lord has made for you?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We on one accord.
Right. The reason for the season.
Okay, so we can go forward now. Very good. I ask everybody that question when they come on the show. Mr. Dennis, you know, I tell you, this program, Save Our Sons, which really is across the country.
Right.
We've just got to get to the core of the matter because I love just the title. The title speaks so poignantly about what you're doing. So tell us about Save Our Sons.
Well, Save Our Sons, as you know, is a universal distress signal. That means that we're in a bad situation, we're in dire straits, and we need help. So I feel like it's almost prophetic, this program, because it came out of the ashes like a rising phoenix from the Ferguson unrest.
Yes.
And had it not been for the sacrifice of Michael Brown, bless his soul, I wouldn't be sitting in this studio doing this interview trying to affect some positive change in that area.
Indeed. It made not only a difference here in our metropolitan area, but really across the world, didn't it? The entire world.
Yes.
So tell us how Save Our Sons, what it's doing. What is the objective of the program?
Okay, well, the objective of Save Our Sons is soft skills training and re-educating men to get back into the workforce. We take them through the 4 pillars of employment, which is how to get a job, how to keep a job, how to get promoted, and lastly, which I feel is most important, how to remain marketable.
Now, that's very good. That's very good. And Mrs. Bills, I think what's important there is the last part. I love that last part, how to remain marketable, because so many things come upon us in life and, you know, and so how do you keep going? So it's important, isn't it?
It is very important because not only do you have to find the job, but you have to keep the job. And then, of course, we all want to be promoted.
Right.
Right.
As the Vice President of Communications, I mean, I know you're talking about Save Our Sons everywhere you go. And what has been the response that you've gotten from the community?
We have gotten an awesome response.
Love.
Because the success rate is so high, you know, and word of mouth is traveling.
Yes.
That, I mean, we're near 100% in placement of jobs.
That's right.
So Jamie and his staff has done a magnificent job.
Yes.
What you say, near 100%?
99%.
That means that you all are really boots on the ground, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am, we are. We're going to where the people are in that community and not just waiting for them to come through the doors. We actually go out and we knock at doors. We visit the local mom and pop stores, let them know what are we out and what are we after. And, you know, sometimes I feel like that's one of the most effective ways to get them. You know, we have promotions and we have commercials in the radio, but I think it's more effective when you're stumping the pavement and in someone's face like, look, I have an opportunity that I don't think you want to pass up.
Indeed. I'm so glad you said that, because what that really shows folks is you actually care.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, because we can talk a whole lot and we can administrate, but to actually be there in your face at the door saying, look, there's an opportunity here for you, take advantage of it.
Right.
That's absolutely great.
Yes, ma'am. And for that demographic that we serve, I think they need that extra auxiliary support of someone giving them a little nudge, because, you know, typically when people come in on their own accord, I think they have success. But usually a lot of times you'll see someone maybe through the ages of 17 to maybe 25, and you have a grandmother or you have a father or just a girlfriend begging and pleading with us, could you please find my man or my son a job? And I always tell them, okay, well, where's that candidate? Where's the participant? Because I need to see him, and I need to see if he's actually ready to work. Because, you know, the quest is really to seek that self-determination. And we try to bring that out of them and give them a support system to do that.
Indeed. And as you say, support system. So how did the community rally around this so that, you have entities, you have businesses, you have corporations that say, we want to be a part of what's going with Save Our Sons?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was almost immediate because literally we started Save Our Sons in November of 2014. It was when it was birthed out of the literal riots that were going on.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. McMillan was like...
He was out there.
He was on the streets. He was talking to the protesters, and basically he asked them the question, what do you all want? Because Martin Luther King said that rioting is the language of the unheard.
Right.
And so he took Martin Luther King's advice in that sense and asked, what is it that you all need? And the resounding answer was jobs. And then we looked at the statistics, and African American men are 3 times as likely to be unemployed than anybody else.
Yes.
And so that's how Save Our Sons was born. And the corporate community, the civic community, everybody latched on to the idea.
They really did.
Started January 2015 with a huge support base.
Wow.
And it's just been rolling ever since, and we're just thankful for it.
And that's really, it's so God, because so many things can shut down, not get started during that turbulent time. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so through the cries of the community and through everything that was going on, Save Our Sons was birthed.
That's right.
And so what has it done for you personally, Mr. Dennis, being a part and seeing this thing grow?
Well, it's really, I'm elated to even get to give my testimony about what it's done for me, because I not only get to save other young men, but I was saved by this program. It gives you opportunity. I've actually put some of my own sons through this program. I know it works. It's not anything magical that we're doing. We're not reinventing the wheel. We're just teaching people, that's coming from an impoverished community, what they need to do, what benchmarks need to be met. And then if they can make it out of this program, most of the times we see that they do very well once they get a job assignment.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Well, I want to let my listeners know, if you're just tuning in this morning, we're talking with Mr. Jamie Dennis, the director of the Urban League Save Our Sons program, and Mrs. Angelia Bills, the vice president of communications for Urban League. Now, I know my listeners are listening right now, and they're like, how do I get my grandson? How do I get my husband? How do I get my brother, my uncle? Okay. So get right to how can folks do that?
Well, first of all, I always will advise you to research. Go to www.ulstl.com. Read up on Save Our Sons. And if you're on the fast track, you could call myself, Mr. Dennis, or Mr. Cardwell. My number is 314-388-9840. Mr. Cardwell over at the North Oaks location is 679-3500. Just the SOS hotline, and we're always on standby. We do 2 classes. One goes from 9:30 to 12:30, and if you can't make the early class, we have afternoon class, which starts from 1:30 to 4:30, which is located in Jennings.
So, Mr. Dennis, one of the ways to get started is they contact you, and they have to go through a series of training. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. They come in with 2 forms of ID: a valid state ID, a driver's license, social security card. We fill out an intake application. We talk to them and counsel them and kind of see what are their ambitions and where they want to be. Because a lot of times people, they come into the doors and they're like, what kind of jobs do you have? And then I'm asking them, like, well, what type of jobs have you done? And what's your passion? What are you passionate about? Because we really try to fine-tune, our workforce. And we're actually doing a favor for the HR, because we're actually seeing what type of people we're sending out. And the HRs are really starting to get it. They're starting to come in. I mean, we have big partners that come in. Some people from Home Depot, Starbucks. They always come to the program. They've been involved with us for like 9 months of the program, and they love the men. They always are lending expertise and advice. We teach them the power of networking, where you get a friendship and a relationship, and then you build upon that. So a lot of times you may see a guy that comes in with 2 master degrees. He has a lot of education, but he doesn't know how to sell himself. So the week of how to remain marketable will really speak to him. And you may have a guy that's never worked a job a day in his life. Maybe he was in the penitentiary 15, 20 years, never even knew that applications were now being done on the internet. and we can get him an entry-level position to where he can have some kind of pride. And, you know, you should really see these guys' face when they get their certificates at the end of this class.
Yes.
One kid, 20-year-old, he got his SOS certificate of completion, and he said in tears, "This is better than my high school diploma."
Wow.
So that really speaks volumes.
It does. And also what speaks volumes is you're getting ready to approach the graduating class. Am I right?
That's right. So it's going to be down at the Urban League headquarters at the Vaughn Cultural Center on February the 17th at 6:30. We're going to be graduating this class number 7. And for those that are still interested and want to involve themselves with the SOS, we're starting another class March the 7th. And we're always open to volunteers. We're always open to participants. We can never see enough people coming through those doors. We just need each one to tell one to bring another friend, because that's what we preach to the people that come through the program. Well, you're going to be our best promotion because you have a job, you're doing well, you're no longer behind on your child support, you're being a tax-paying, productive citizen, and we want them to be role models, because that's what it's about at the end of the day, you know, training someone. And like the ad says, train a child the way he should go.
Yes.
And when he grows older, he won't depart.
He won't depart from it. You know, just to be a part of what this is here in the metropolitan area, but I understand there are other locations across the country. Is that right, Mrs. Bills?
That is correct. Save Our Sons is a national urban league program that existed previously, where it focused more on health and wellness throughout the country. But what is happening now, since our model has been instituted, National Urban League is working to put it in other cities.
Yes.
Specifically Baltimore and the cities that have had the
Ooh,
unrest.
perfect.
Yes.
And, you know, it's something, because as we were talking about, the word of God, in that, you know, the evil that you meant to do against me, God turned it around for our good.
No weapon formed.
Yeah. And so what I love about it, okay, Save Our Sons, SOS. I mean, come on now. Who it's brilliant. It's just brilliant. It had to have come from God.
Yeah, I believe so. and it's clear that a lot of people we see since we've made this program, you see a lot of SOS satellites popping up around the region.
Really?
And yes, we just want to extend our camaraderie. We want to say it takes a total community to correct this age-long problem. So we don't have any egos, any hidden agendas. We just really want to supplement the workforce and get that terrible ratio of us being 3 times is not to be employed. We want to get that out of here.
Definitely. Yeah. Now, I know that we also have an event. We have a networking event coming up March 11th, and you're going to hear more about that throughout the month. But that's also going to be an opportunity for people to come out and sign up for the SOS program. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
It's an opportunity to come sign up for Save Our Sons. Also, if you want to just help the Urban League.
Come on.
Volunteering. And, it's so important to our mission.
Isn't it?
We serve 92,000 people every year.
Yes,
and
we do.
only have a staff of 200.
That's right.
So we are
it's our lifeblood.
Yes.
Because our mission is helping African Americans and others.
Yes.
And something I wanted to say about the Save Our Sons program, which I think is key to its success, is that we have hired strong African American male role models to teach the program. And I think by the participants coming in and seeing somebody who looks like them, who are successful, it motivates them to be successful also.
Oh,
That's
indeed. I know you see that. That's repeated over and over, isn't it, Mr. Dennis?
It really is. We teach them to dress for success, and you should really see a guy that comes in off the streets that's not used to that.
Yeah.
He's taken aback a little bit, maybe the first week. But after that first week of training, he really starts to gravitate towards, and he gets it. He puts on a suit because we make suits available due to kind, generous sponsors that donates business suits.
Wow, yes.
So we don't give him any reason to fail. You know? If a guy's like, oh, well, I don't have anything to wear, okay, step to the SOS closet.
Right.
And get you an outfit so
step
you can
to
go
the closet,
interview.
right.
That's right.
It's a winner all the way around, isn't it? It's just simply a winner. And so volunteers are needed for the Save Our Sons program.
Yes, any volunteers. We need HR reps. We need hiring managers. We need people that really want to be a part of this change and bring economic resources to bear and to actually give our guys a chance, because a lot of the people coming, we have people like from Valvoline, people from Centene, people from Ameren that have actually came in and volunteered their services, and they actually make friendships, and the guys find mentors. So we really are bridging the gap as the Urban League's mission is to bring economic viability to an underserved community.
Yes. Now let me ask you, are you also looking for more corporations, more businesses to hire to be a part of this program? Tell us how they can do that, Mrs. Beals.
Yes, very much so. And really they can contact our they can contact Jamie Dennis at 388-9840.
That's right.
If they're interested in helping our guys find jobs. One of the most exciting things I wanted to share with you from our groundbreaking is that we had a young man who was there giving his testimony about how he wasn't able to find a job anywhere. He was just cutting grass or whatever, odd jobs people would give him.
Right.
But after going through the Save Our Sons program, he literally got 5 job offers.
Oh.
Yes. And to piggyback off of that story,
an overflow.
And to piggyback off of that story, he had actually he's hired now at Dobbs. He's moving up in the ranks. And he interviewed at Dobbs at first and was rejected. After going through the program, he tried it again, and he got it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So now I'm glad you mentioned that. So do the folks who graduate, or do they come back? Do you allow them to come back and give their testimony and be of encouragement? Because each step of the journey, sometimes can be challenging, but to see that somebody actually made it.
Man, those are our greatest sounding board. Is the guys that come through the program and they come back and they tell their testimony to the guys. You should just see their faces. It makes a person that maybe potentially could drop out of the program, once he hears a testimony like that, he realizes that it's real, it's tangible.
Yes. We're just about out of time, but Mrs. Beals, in closing, is there anything else that you'd like to say about the importance of the Save Our Sons program?
I would just like to say that the Save Our Sons program is a community effort. It's a group effort, and it takes a nation to help young African-American men.
Right.
We have been in a state of emergency in the black community for far too long.
Yes.
And I'm just grateful that now we have a program, a vehicle that can help our young African-American men find jobs and be sustainable for their families and their community.
That's right. And if I can,
please,
a message for the community. Please inspire these young black males. Push them. Don't let them give up any hope. Don't let them make excuses for failure. And tell them to come on and sign up. That's what we really want. We would like to help you. We would like to, do God's work and empower you. So come on down and sign up.
Yes. Give us all of the contact information one more time, would you?
My office number is 314-388-9840. Mr. Caldwell at the North Oaks Center is 314-679-3500. You can visit www.ulstl.com. Save Our Sons.
Save Our Sons. It has been a wonderful interview. Now, do y'all promise to come back on another time and we can talk more about this?
Most definitely.
And you guys are also going to be at our Evening of Synergy networking event that's going to be at the Urban League on Friday, March 11th at 6 p.m. We're so excited about that.
Right.
All right. Thank you once again, Mr.
Bless.
Jamie Dennis, Director of the Urban League Save Our Sons program, and Mrs. Angelia Beals, the Vice President of Communications for the Urban League St. Louis. Thank you both again.
No, thank you.
All right, friends, we're going to take a short break right here. Stay with me. I'll be right back.
Hi, this is Reggie Brooks with JC Supper Club, located at 9053 Riverview Drive, right at the fork of Hall Street in Riverview. I'm inviting you to come out and have dinner or lunch with us at any time you want. Happy hour, Tuesday through Friday from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. We also have the availability for you to call in and place an order. So if you'd like, just give us a call at 314-755-1923. That's 314-755-1923. See you soon.
Greetings, St. Louis. This is Jamie Dennis, Director of the Save Our Sons program from the Urban League of Metropolitan St. Louis. If you want to be a blessing to your father, your brother, or son, or any male that you just care about, please send them our way. You can reach me at 314-388-9840. We're preparing generations for the workforce and jobs, employment, soft skills, financial literacy, leadership development, and career training. For more information, you can look up our program on www.ulstl.com.
Welcome back to the CBC Radio Show. I'm your host, Evangelist Nona Thomas. And friends, I tell you, Valentine's weekend is coming up fast approaching, and we have got something wonderful to tell you about. I'm so excited about the event that's going to be at the Central West End Bed and Breakfast on Valentine's weekend. And you know, I tell you, the Central West End Bed and Breakfast, they always do things with a touch of class and elegance. And so how apropos that we have on our program this morning the executive chef that is going to be preparing all the delicious delights on that Valentine's weekend. So I want to welcome to the CBC Radio Show, Chef Marka Nicole. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
I am excellent. Now, you know, I'm going to ask you a question that I did not prep you on. And the question is simply, is this the day that the Lord has made for you?
Every day is the day that the Lord has made. Every day I wake up.
Every single moment. You're rejoicing and you're glad in it?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, I tell you, I'm glad just looking at the menu, the scrumptious menu that's going to be a part of this upcoming weekend. You know, before I get to that, Chef, let me ask you, I know this has got to be a passion for you, and you have been serving up this delicious cuisine now for how many years?
Over 30 years.
Wow. I would think that during that time you've got some secret. I'll have to maybe do something to you if I tell you the recipe stuff.
Well, you know what I like to do is I like to share, and I like to teach everyone how to live well, eat well, and eat good food. So
yes,
I don't want to cut you.
Well, that's good to hear. Well, I know that there's so many wonderful amenities that the Central West End Bed and Breakfast offers. I want to talk and zero in on the delicious menu that you're going to be offering, because this is a 2-day affair, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Well, tell us, what are the things that are going to be on that wonderful menu?
So some of the things that'll be on the menu for this Valentine's weekend in 2016 will be appetizers. We'll have these garlic herb meatballs that I will hand roll. I will make a special sauce for them, and they'll be totally delicious. We'll do a vegetable bruschetta, which consists of little baguettes of bread with vegetables. On them we'll do tomatoes and basil and something nice for everyone. Mm-hmm. We'll also have wine or some type of non-alcoholic beverage. It mainly will consist of tea or lemonade, something to that effect, and, of course, water, as you know. Mm-hmm. We have a wonderful salad that will have a mixed herbed green salad with with choices of dressings that we make ourselves. Those options for that weekend will be creamy strawberry vinaigrette, and we'll also offer a sriracha ranch dressing.
Ooh, okay.
We'll have dinner rolls with a special vanilla maple butter that I prepare myself.
Now, we could pause right there. Now, I'm a bread person, so you got me on maple, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Vanilla maple, made with fresh vanilla bean and everything. Everything we do it from scratch. You're going to love it.
Yes. As they said in that movie, you got me at hello.
I got you at hello? Well, that's awesome.
So tell us about those entrees.
Well, some of the entrees will consist of everything. All the entrees that you have will come with a herbed braised shrimp, unless you have some type of seafood allergy. Mm-hmm. But we will offer steaks. We will have Cajun or garlic herbed grilled ribeyes for you to choose from. Mm-hmm. We'll also offer 2 different types of chicken breast. We'll have a chicken marsala, which comes with a lovely marsala wine sauce and mushrooms. It's a really lovely dish. Also, we have a bruschetta stuffed chicken breast that we will offer. The bruschetta will consist of olives, tomatoes, and mozzarella cheese, so that would be the stuffing that would be inside. Mm. We're also offering a seafood option of blackened or maple mustard. I got you again, glazed salmon.
Yes, you did.
So those are the entree options that we have. Now, with those, we have various sides that we'll be offering. Mm-hmm. So on this menu, we originally stated that we would offer 2 potatoes, but I thought I'd change that and offer a special treat. So what's going to happen is on the menu that you have in front of you, you'll see that you have roasted broccoli and cauliflower steaks. We'll still offer that. The sautéed roasted garlic and herb and onion with green beans, we'll offer that. And then we have this wonderful fried green and purple cabbage and carrots that everyone is just to die for.
It sounds like it. Oh, my goodness.
We're also going to offer, so for your starches, it would be roasted garlic Parmesan potatoes. And as opposed to the scalloped potatoes, what I'm going to offer is this macaroni and cheese cupcake that I do. And
wait,
I'm going to...
we got to pause right there, Chef, just a second. Because, see, I maybe didn't hear you correctly. Could you repeat that last thing, please?
Macaroni and cheese cupcake.
Oh, my goodness. You got me at cupcake. You got me at cupcake.
Awesome. And we'll also offer a creamy wild rice. And then the dessert, one of my choice is going to be simple, but it's going to be lovely. I'm going to do a strawberry shortcake with chocolate-covered strawberries for each and every guest.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, now this is a morning show. Now, you got us thinking about all this and everything.
That's a good thing. You should think about that.
Yes, indeed. Oh, my goodness.
You definitely have to come down to the Central West End Bed and Breakfast. The food that you're going to experience on Valentine's Day is going to be to die for, and then that's just going to make you want to come for the various specials that we'll offer in the future.
That's right. That's right. Well, this is not surprising at all that the Central West End Bed and Breakfast would have something of such quality as this, because if folks are not familiar with that facility, it is simply beautiful, elegant. Each room is themed. The whole place is just wonderful, and the proprietress, Miss Henrietta Taylor, she has really done a fabulous job for many years, hasn't she?
She is one of the most wonderful people I've ever met. I've had the pleasure of getting to know. Yes. I would absolutely agree with you. And the bed and breakfast, it's amazing.
It's simply amazing. That's the only word to say. I want to let my listeners know that if you're tuning in right now, we're talking this morning with Chef Marka Nicole. Now, this fantastic executive chef is going to be overseeing hand herself. It is from her heart at the Central West End Bed and Breakfast Candlelight 2-day Valentine's Day dinner. And the Central West End Bed and Breakfast is located at 4045 Washington. The phone number, because you've got to call right now, folks, to reserve your space. Seating is limited. The phone number is 314-535-7900. That's 314-535-7900 for more information on how you can be a part of this candlelight Valentine's Day dinner at the Central West End Bed and Breakfast. Now, Chef Marka, this has been your passion for over 30 years.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
So when you do special events, although I'm sure every event that you do is just an extravaganza, but something like this, which is so special, and it's a romantic evening and all of that. How did you put this menu together to fit the occasion?
Well, over the years, I've found that I like to cater to the area, and the Central West End is such a vibrant area and full of life. And I wanted to offer something that everyone else doesn't offer. So when I say that to you, the average Valentine's Day dinner, people talk about lobster tails and whatnot, and all of those things are great, and I'll prepare that for you too one day if that's what you like to have. But at the end of the day, I want something simple, I want something that's comfortable, and I want something that makes you feel loved. And I put love into all my food.
Yes, I believe you do. Well, I'm excited about it. Let me get that phone number one more time, because, as I said, the seating is limited. This is an exclusive event, and so if you want to be a part of it, St. Louis, if you want to be there with your special person, or your girlfriends, make it a girlfriend evening night. You know what I'm saying? For whoever wants to be a part of this event, give the Central West End Bed and Breakfast a call at 314-535-7900. Again, that's 314-535-7900. Miss Henrietta Taylor is waiting on your phone call. She's located at 4045 Washington. Now, Chef Marka, in closing, we're just about out of time. Is there anything else that you'd like to say to St. Louis about this phenomenal weekend?
I want all of you to just remember to live, love, and eat well, and dine with Chef Marka Nicole at the Central West End Bread and Breakfast.
That's it right there. I love it. What did you say? Live well, eat well, and what was the rest of it?
Live, love, and eat well with Chef Mark and Nicole.
Indeed, indeed. Thank you so much, Chef, for being a part of the CBC Radio Show this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. All right, friends, we're going to take a short break right here. Stay with me. I'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Angelia Bills, Vice President of Communications for the Urban League of Metropolitan St. Louis, and I'm glad to be here with Evangelist Nona Thomas on the Christian Business Connection radio show.
Welcome back to the CBC Radio Show. I'm your host, Evangelist Nona Thomas. And friends, I told you we were adding something really special to the CBC Radio Show. And I just want to get right to it because we have got the man himself, the Bishop of Comedy, on our program today. So I want to welcome to the CBC Radio Show the Bishop of Comedy, Reggie Reg. Good morning.
Good morning, Evangelist Nona. How you doing?
Well, you know, this is the day that the Lord has made. Are you rejoicing with me in it?
Yeah, I'm kicking them glory clouds. Look, right there. Yes, indeed.
Well, you know, I'm so excited because, you know, Christians need to laugh too. Don't we need to laugh? In the midst of all this going on, we need to laugh, don't we?
Amen. Amen. And that's why I titled my tour, Saints Can Laugh Too, because that's a catch. And people need to laugh. Christians need to laugh. That's all I'm worried about right now. We sometimes, I call them the lemon saints. Oh, my God. I'm tired of it. So, you know, God instilled me with a gift to make the saints laugh. So that's why I title it Saints Can Laugh Too.
I love it. And, you know, you've been doing this. And like you said, God has entitled you. He's gifted you. And that's really what it is. You've been doing this for how many years, sir?
Well, I've been doing comedy ever since 92. Well, actually, I've been doing comedy all my life. When I came out the womb, you know, my mama didn't want me, so that was a whole other story there. I was too light-skinned. But nevertheless, but I've been doing, but professionally, I've been doing comedy since 92, but I turned a new leaf and turned it over to the Lord, and so the last 10 years I've been doing comedy as a ministry all over the country, and all over the country. Yes, indeed.
Yes, and that's really a blessing in itself. All over the country, making folks laugh. That's all right.
That's it. Especially when you do something that you love to do and then get paid for it. OMG. You know, they say your gift will make room for you. As a matter of fact, I'm getting ready to go. I'm on a 15-day tour this month alone.
Wow. You know, only God can do those things. Only God can open the doors that, you know, need to be open and close the doors that need to be closed, too. Am I right about that?
Yeah, some doors was closed. I was trying to open it back up, but God said, get your head off that knob.
Yes. That's it.
In me, and I let it go.
Yeah.
I let it go.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
But I'm excited, you know, just being on the program. I just thank you for believing in me and just giving me an opportunity to say hello to the world. Amen.
Amen. And that's what you're going to do, because we're going to start a series with you. It's, you know, we're calling it the Christian Comedy Nugget. So you're going to bless us a little later on in the program with just something that's going to make us smile. It's going to make us bend over and laugh. It's going to mean something to us. It's going to make us feel better. Am I right about it?
Glory! Yes, indeed. You know, I love the Lord. I love him because he heard my cry. Hallelujah.
Now, that's real talk right there. We can laugh, but that's real talk right there.
That's real talk, and that's what my comedy is. It's real talk. You know, it's things that people laugh at but can't tell it, but I can. Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen.
Yes.
And I know you're available. I mean, you know, although you're in a tour right now and, you know, you've got so much going on, but you are available for different affairs and events here in the metropolitan area, right?
Yes. I mean, I have fillers, and these will be fillers because, you know, like I say, God is really blessing me. This year has just, I mean, it's just went to a whole nother level. But I am available. When I am available, I come to your church. I come to your, you know, I work funerals, divorces, all of that. Whatever you need, call me. I will be sure we're going to bring it. We're going to bring some laughter. We're going to have a good time in the Lord. Amen.
Amen.
In the Lord.
In the Lord.
Have a great time. Yes, indeed. And so I could be reached, of course, I'm on Facebook under Saints Can Laugh Too. And that's TOO, Saints Can Laugh Too. Or you can reach me at 314-398-4587.
Give that to us one more time, would you?
Okay, 314-398-4587.
Now, you promised that you're going to come back a little later in the program and give us one of those comedy nuggets.
Look, come on now. Not only do I promise. Yeah,
Well, wonderful. I just want to thank you for being a part of the CBC Radio Show and really including us in your ministry. As you said, this is a ministry, and we want to be a blessing to the people of God. Amen.
Amen. And I'm just like I said, I'm honored that you would even call little old me. You know what I mean? People be like, you famous. No, I ain't. I'm just a child of God, humble, and I love to do what I do, and that's to make people laugh. I've been through too much. Gotta laugh.
Amen. You know what I call us? I call us decorated dust. That's all we are. Woo! Decorated dust who are servants of the Lord. It's just that simple.
That's it. I'm gonna use that. Decorated dust.
Decorated dust. Write it down.
Some people need to realize that they decorated dust and nothing else.
That's it.
That's another topic on CBC. We'll talk about that later.
We'll do it later. Okay. Well, I want to thank you again, the Bishop of Comedy, Reggie Reg, and we're going to hear you a little later on in the program. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. All right. God bless.
All righty. Friends, we're going to take a short break right here. Stay with me. I'll be right back.
Greetings, St. Louis. This is Jamie Dennis, director of the Save Our Sons program from the Urban League of Metropolitan St. Louis. If you want to be a blessing to your father, your brother, or son, or any male that you just care about, please send them our way. You can reach me at 314-388-9840. We're preparing generations for the workforce and jobs, employment, soft skills, financial literacy, leadership development, and career training. For more information, you can look up our program on www.ulstl.com.
Good morning, saints of God. This is the Bishop of Comedy, Reggie Reg, on the CBC, and this is your Christian comedy nugget for the day. First of all, I just want to say, I just thank God for these yellow school buses that are going all over the city, picking up these kids. You know what that means, y'all. We got the house to ourselves. Hallelujah. And I just thank you right now, Lord, for picking up my kids and taking them to school. I could just sit back and relax. Oh, and spend that quality time on TV. I mean, with you, Lord, with you. But, y'all, it's beautiful. We love it. We thank these kids because they need to learn. These kids need to learn. So that's your comedy nugget for the day. Whenever you see a school bus and you got kids or grandkids, just smile and say, that Reggie Red show is right. Hallelujah. Thank you. Love you to life. See you soon. Peace.
Hi, I'm Angelia Bills, Vice President of Communications for the Urban League of Metropolitan St. Louis, and I'm glad to be here with Evangelist Nona Thomas on the Christian Business Connection radio show.
Welcome back to the CBC Radio Show. I'm your host, Evangelist Nona Thomas. And friends, I'm always excited to talk with my guests on the program who are getting ready to start because I tell you, something great is always happening at Old Henry Restaurant. So I want to welcome to the CBC Radio Show this morning, Mr. Alonzo Griffin, who is the marketing director of Old Henry Restaurant, and Chef Chuck Fox. He is the executive chef there. And I want to say good morning to both of you gentlemen. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Well, who's going to take my question? Alonzo, you know my question all the time, and that is this the day that the Lord has made for you?
I will rejoice and be glad in it.
Yeah, you got the answer. You know what to say. That's all right. That's all right. Chef Chuck, is that how you feel too?
I will rejoice and be glad in it also.
That's it. That's it. Well, I'm going to tell you what we're rejoicing in. We're rejoicing that Old Henry Restaurant has some of the best food in the St. Louis area. Am I right about that?
That is correct.
That is correct. Well, we got Valentine's Day coming up, and I know that there are going to be some special things on the menu. So tell us about that, Chef Chuck.
Well. Let's see. We're going to just upgrade the buffet a little bit. We're going to add a prime rib to that, and might even be a little strip steak.
Did you say prime rib?
Yes, prime rib.
Okay, well, you know what? I tell you what, we're gonna say that prime rib for the end. That's gonna be our cherry on top. Tell us about the things that you normally have on your Sunday buffet, and then that prime rib on top is gonna just be excellent.
Yeah. Normally we carry smoked meat. We put our turkey wings, turkey legs out on a Sunday. You got your greens always on a Sunday and dressing. Cabbage, sweet potatoes, that's the same thing. And only thing extra, we're just going to switch up on some new potatoes and throw out some prime rib. That's going to be real good. We're going to use that as the charge you 2 meat on that prime rib. It's costly, but it's going to be good.
It's going to be well worth it. Reverend Alonzo, one thing I'll say about Old Henry that I think everybody in the St. Louis area knows if they've been there one time. You all are consistent. The presentation of the food is wonderful. The atmosphere, the setting is fantastic, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Miss Ada Taylor, our owner, all she wants is excellence, and that's what we have to do every day. Is be excellent in what we do and prepare.
Excellent. And I'm glad you said that about every day, because in addition to the fantastic menu that you all are preparing for Valentine's Day, you've got some pretty good things that are going on every day with your daily specials, don't you?
Yes, ma'am. We have our Back to Work Mondays. We have our Tasty Tuesdays, our Way Back Wednesdays, our Italian Thursdays. Our favorite is Seafood Friday, Smokehouse Saturdays, where you can come taste all Chuck's famous rubs and his barbecue sauce, and then, of course, our Soulful Sunday Brunch.
Yes. And so because this show is airing on Sunday morning, all right, folks hearing us talk about all these great delicacies, they can come on out today and just kind of, get ready for next week, too, if they want to. Am I right about that, Chef Chuck?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead and get your taste buds tuned up for the rest of Old Henry's life, because we got good products here. People tell us every day we're better than some of the other folks, but we trying to remain and keep that the same every day.
Indeed. And what I love about what you do, Chef Chuck, is that, it's from scratch. It's not that processed stuff. You doing everything with your loving hands. Am I right?
Yeah, I try not to put my toes in it.
But I'll tell you, it's delicious every single time. Reverend Alonzo, I want to get back to one of my favorite things. I keep talking about it because I love it. What day do you have that liver and onions? Is that on Wednesday?
That's on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
That's that way back Wednesday.
Liver and onions, we have our neck bones that day, and our black-eyed peas. Chuck has a special ingredient. He don't like me telling his secret, but he has a special ingredient he puts in his black-eyed peas. So you got to come out and try to find out what his special ingredient is.
Not only is it liver day and neck bone day, it's also our senior day. They get a discount.
All right. You got everything going on Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Now, I also know that Fridays, because St. Louis, it's a barbecue and fish town, and that menu on your Fridays, can you expand on that one for me, Chef Chuck?
Yes, ma'am. We carry jack salmon, catfish, and we got buffalo, swai, tilapia, and grilled salmon, if you like.
Oh, my goodness. Now, we've talked about the lunch and the dinner, but you all have a knockout breakfast, too. Tell us about that, would you?
Yes, ma'am. You come in for our breakfast. We got a breakfast buffet for those who's on the run. You come on in and look down the buffet, and you out the door before you know it. But if you like to dine in, we do have a nice dine-in menu for chicken and waffles every day, shrimp and grits every day. You can come on in for pancakes, omelets, they're good. Come in and sit down and enjoy the atmosphere, and let Old Henry take care of you.
And try our Old Henry breakfast sandwich. That's delicious also.
Yes, everything is delicious.
And with a delicious glazed donut.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Well, I want to let my listeners know, if you're just tuning in this morning, we're talking with Reverend Alonzo Griffin, who is the marketing director of Old Henry Restaurant and the executive chef, Chef Chuck Fox. Gentlemen, tell us where you're located at.
8600 Airport Road in Berkeley, Missouri. We open hours right now are from 8 to 6 Monday through Thursday, 8 to 8 on Friday, 8 to 6 on Saturdays, and 10 to 6 on Sundays.
My goodness. So folks can come on out today. You're open right now. In fact, you just opened a little bit when this show came on, all right? So folks coming out of church can come on over right now to Old Henry. Am I right?
You're right. We've been here since about 7 o'clock this morning, so we just opened the doors up at 10. We here early.
That's right. That's right. Getting it ready. Chef, you're used to this, aren't you? You've got so many years of experience in what you do. This is just a piece of cake for you, isn't it?
Soul food is a piece of cake. Now, if I was trying to do something special with the Chinese food, then I have to, go to a little more schooling. But right now, I can handle my people.
Well, I'm so glad that you are in your work. You're in your passion. You're in your field. Thank you so much. Reverend Alonzo, is there anything else you'd like to say as we close out this morning?
No, I just want to give you thanks for last month's prayer breakfast we had here at Old Henry. It was a wonderful move of God, and I look forward to this month. Prayer breakfast.
Indeed. I'm so glad you said that. That's right. Every third Tuesday from 8:30 to 10, we have a prayer breakfast there for pastors and leaders that the owner of Whole Henry's, Miss Lady Taylor, we just thank her for her generosity for this event every single month. And for more information, you can give the CBC Radio Show a call about that at 314-437-7595. Seating is very limited, but I'm telling you, it's a Holy Ghost time. So, gentlemen, thank you for being a part of the program this morning. It's always a joy. You make me hungry every time I talk to you.
Thank you, Evangelist Thomas.
Same here, Mr. Thomas. Praise the Lord to you.
All right, bless you. All right, friends, we're going to take a short break right here. Stay with me. We'll be right back.
Greetings, St. Louis. This is Jamie Dennis, director of the Save Our Sons program from the Urban League of Metropolitan St. Louis. If you want to be a blessing to your father, your brother, or son, or any male that you just care about, please send them our way. You can reach me at 314-388-9840. We're preparing generations for the workforce and jobs, employment, soft skills, financial literacy, leadership development, and career training. For more information, you can look up our program on www.ulstl.com.
Hi, this is Reggie Brooks with JC Supper Club, located at 9053 Riverview Drive, right at the fork of Hall Street in Riverview. I'm inviting you to come out and have dinner or lunch with us at any time you want. Happy hour, Tuesday through Friday from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. We also have the availability for you to call in and place an order. So if you'd like, just give us a call at 314-755-1923. That's 314-755-1923. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Angelia Bills, Vice President of Communications for the Urban League of Metropolitan St. Louis, and I'm glad to be here with Evangelist Nona Thomas on the Christian Business Connection radio show.
Hello, today's weekly Dr. Tebow, Cairo's Healthy Living Tip, we will talk about today is cancer. I know that this month is Chiropractic Awareness Month, but it's also Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Therefore, I want to share with you 5 healthy living tips to help cancer patients or help those wanting to help live a better lifestyle. The number one thing I want to talk about today is chiropractic. Checking in with your chiropractor for care can help reduce stress and increase your mobility function. Having this with cancer patients will help decrease the problems of nausea, fatigue, and even headaches. Chiropractors work close with your oncologist to help develop a plan and make sure you have correct techniques. Number 2 is fiber and whole organic foods such as fruits, beans, seeds, and small wild cold water fish are great for your system. Number 3 is minimizing calories that have no nutritional value, such as candy, soft drinks, and even junk food. Number 4,
Incorporating vegetables in your diet. This is great because it can boost your immune system and give a great nutritional value. Some examples of those are onions, garlic, broccoli, celery, and carrots. And number 5, this is the most important, water. The type of water that you'll find people who want to prevent cancer and be proactive or have cancer is alkaline water. This water helps absorb minerals such as calcium, magnesium, potassium, and sodium. It also can help digest your acidic foods and eliminate free radicals, which causes cancers or fast aging and even diabetes, just to name a few. And this water helps boost your immune system. So just remember, my motto is, your health is your wealth. Take care of your body because you only get one. And see you next week for another Dr. Tebow's Healthy Living Tip.
Friends, haven't we had a wonderful show? God is so good. He never ceases to amaze me on what he does on this program. I want to thank everyone who has ever listened to the CBC Radio Show. If this is your first time listening to the CBC Radio Show, thank you for taking time out of your schedule, out of your life to listen to this program. It is my prayer that it has been a blessing to you. And look, if you are a business owner, an entrepreneur, or if you're in ministry and you would like to talk about your business, ministry, or your organization, give me a call. 314-270-2225. 314-270-2225. Also, friends, you can find out more information about my guests by going to my website, thecbcradioshow.com. That's thecbcradioshow.com. And you can see all the information about my guests, as well as go to my contact button so that you can be included in my email registry, okay? Let me know your email address so I can put you in our database so that you can know about all of our exciting events and all the things that are going on in the Christian Business Connection. I want to tell you to mark your calendar for Friday, March 11th at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. That is the next Christian Business Connection Evening of Synergy networking event. And it is going to be at the Urban League of Metropolitan St. Louis. I tell you, friends, we're going to have a wonderful time as we always do. I thank God for the Urban League as they are a sponsor of the Christian Business Connection. So give me a call at 314-270-2225 so that you can find out more information about that Evening of Synergy on Friday, March 11th. My goodness, we're going to have a great time. Well, my guests, thank you so much for being a part of what we've done today. I want to thank again our sponsor of the CBC Radio Show program today, none other than Mrs. Angelia Bills, the Vice President of Communications for Urban League. And then also, thank you so much, Mr. Jamie Dennis, the Director of the Save Our Sons program. The things that they discussed and the insight that they gave us to the wonderful work that is going on across the country with the Save Our Sons program, well, I just thank God for what is going on. Please give them a call to find out more information about the Save Our Sons program. You can get their information on my website, thecbcradioshow.com. And then thank you so much, Chef Marka Nicole, who was talking about the great event coming up next weekend, Valentine's weekend, at the Central West End Bed and Breakfast. The proprietress, the owner, Miss Henrietta Taylor, is waiting on your phone call so that you can get more information about that incredible weekend. Again, go to my website, thecbcradioshow.com, so you can get information about her special event. And then thank you so much. I tell you, the Bishop of Comedy, Reggie Reg, he is just simply hilarious, and I agree with him. Saints need to laugh too, and we just thank God for him and his segment. Look forward to every Sunday. We're going to have a Christian comedy nugget right here on the CBC Radio Show. And then, of course, everybody at Old Henry Restaurant, Reverend Alonzo Griffin, Chef Chuck Fox, you all are doing a great work there in North County. Just thank God for all of the work that you're doing at Old Henry Restaurant. The food is fantastic. They've got some great things planned on Valentine weekend as well. And so we thank them for being here. We thank Lady Ada Taylor for the work she's doing throughout the metropolitan area. Thank you so much, Lady Taylor. Friends, I give God the glory for this program and what he's done. Thank you so much for listening. Again, I encourage you to go to the website, thecbcradioshow.com. Give me a call at 314-270-2225. And once again, thank you, St. Louis. Thank you, everyone, for your prayers and keeping my family and I lifted up. Thank you so much. As always, in closing, and I mean it. To God be the glory for all he has done.
Christian Business Connection, connecting your business or ministry to the world.